Hey kids, I wanted to walk you through how to fill out this DBQ outline. This is kind of the in-between step between doing the document analysis worksheet that we've done the past few weeks and then writing your completed essay. Essentially, once you fill out this outline, you'll be able to just put it into an essay format and be done. But it is a little bit of a busy document, so I wanted to talk you through how to fill this out. So here in the beginning, you can see that you've just got your introduction paragraph, which includes your context and your thesis. That's the same as every essay we've written this year, so that part shouldn't be too difficult. When you come down here, you'll see body paragraph 1. Now, the first thing you're going to do is write your topic sentence. That's where you outline the argument that you're going to be defending in that paragraph. So remember, your thesis is going to outline 2 or 3 arguments. Now that we've switched to the 5-document DBQ, I think 2 body paragraphs is acceptable. 3 is definitely going to be the best, though. So your topic sentence is going to outline what argument you're defending in that paragraph. So remember, the way this is going to work is you have your topic sentence, and then you're going to discuss the first document that supports that argument. So if your DBQ is about proving that the sky is blue, then you would use the first document that you can use to support the argument that the sky is blue. The first thing you would do is summarize the document. You'll see that I've included some sentence starters here. Those are ways that you can fill in that sentence. These are very rudimentary, but I wanted to give you a starting point. I don't want you to repeat these sentence starters over and over again. You're going to want to put some into your own words, but this is a place to start. So you would summarize document 1. It's written by so-and-so in so-and-so, and it discusses blank. You're just summarizing the document in your own words. Don't quote it. Then, if you're choosing to analyze this document, you could do so. You're doing so by connecting it to your thesis. So you're going to reference different parts of the document that prove your argument. If your argument is that the sky is blue, you would say document 1 exemplifies the argument that the sky is blue by showing blank. Remember, you do not quote, you paraphrase. Or when document 1 discusses blank, it supports the argument that blank. So this is the analysis point. You're pointing out how that document supports your argument. You may also choose to do a HIP analysis of that document. This is where you're going to discuss the author, purpose, context. And why it's significant. What do we need to be aware of? So, for example, if my document that proved the sky is blue was written by someone who was colorblind, that would obviously be significant, and I would want to include it in my analysis. Then, if you have outside evidence that supports your argument, so another piece of evidence that supports the argument the sky is blue that is not represented in the document is blank. Now remember, you do not have to do every single one of those things for every document. You are summarizing at least 2 documents. So if you've already done it twice, you don't need to do it again. Maybe you want to do it 3 times to be safe. You're going to connect 4 documents to your thesis. You're going to do a HIP analysis of at least 2 documents, and you're going to include 2 pieces of outside evidence. Now, I think it's always safe to do more, so HIP 3 or 4 documents, just in case you miss the mark on one of them. Include as many pieces of outside evidence as you can, just in case you miss the mark. But to get the basic points, this is what you have to do over here on this side, what I've just highlighted. So remember, let's say you do all 4 of these things for the first document that supports your argument 1. When you come down to the second argument that supports, or the second document that supports your first argument, you may just summarize it and provide a HIP analysis. Or you may just connect it to your thesis, and that's it. As long as you're doing it these number of times over here, then you're in good shape. So here is a place for you to go ahead and type out the topic sentence, type out your summary, your analysis, your HIP, etc., and do that for each document. I've created a place for 2 documents to support each argument. If you have 3, just add another row below it. Or if you only have 1 for an argument, that's fine, because you only need 1 document to support an argument. Then you'll see you can come down here, body paragraph 2, and then body paragraph 3. At the bottom, I have a conclusion paragraph where you can try to shoot for that complexity point if you haven't already throughout your essay. Ideally, complexity is something that you work on getting throughout the essay. That's where you show both sides of an argument. So if the prompt asks for similarities, you show similarities and differences. or if it shows for changes, you also do continuity, etc. You can also make connections to other time or places in history. This really needs to be done multiple times throughout your essay, but if you know that you haven't really done a good job of showing complex understanding throughout the essay, you can kind of try to include it down here at the conclusion paragraph, and then you'll just restate your main point. Now, you may not have time to write a conclusion paragraph, and that's okay. I think the real benefit of writing the conclusion is sometimes your thesis is more complex by the end after you finish writing the essay. I know throughout grading essays over the course of the year, sometimes people have not gotten the thesis point at the beginning, but then they restate their thesis at the end, and it's a better formulated argument, and they get the point then. So that's the real benefit, I think, of writing a conclusion paragraph, but you don't have to. That's if you have time. So you'll see down here at the end, I've kind of typed up just the rubric, and I want you to score yourself. Go through. Did I use the content of 2 documents to address the topic of the prompt? That's summary. Yes, I did. Check. Did I connect 2 documents to my thesis? Yes. Did I connect 4 documents to my thesis? Yes. Kind of go through and see, did I do the basics of this thing? We're going to work in the coming weeks about taking this and making it a nicely written piece of an essay. But for now, I wanted you to practice the basics of putting it into an outline. I hope that this helps identify how to put together the DBQ, how to take the document analysis that we've done and turn it into an essay. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I can help clarify.